this morning, one of the things that came together in my mind was what has been going on with Hamas and Gaza and all this, and I was like, okay, really, this kind of does need to be laid out. You know, if you have watched Israel over the years, as I've once got to visit there when I was younger, the way they're talking about Hamas and the way this operation is being discussed and the way things are going down, Israel is going to eliminate Hamas. That's their idea. They have to, and the reason, this is the big deal, they have to have a public humiliation ritual to capture Hamas, to prosecute these guys, to capture and prosecute a bunch of these guys, and then execute them. They have to. It has to be a trial and a hearing. If they could do that, if they could get them on trial, they have to have, like, the leadership answer to the Jews, and then be tried by the Jews, and then executed by the Jews. It has to happen that way. And the reason why is because of what you're seeing in relationship to all of this with the entirety of the UMMAH. And factor in this rumor. I have now heard this twice. It turns out that there is, what I'm thinking the story is going to end up being, is that you have a administration in the United States, and the plan for nuclear power in Iran. Somehow this becomes a whole lot of funds going to things that were happening during the Obama administration, the UMMAH, and that these were funds going to jihadists and various militias. That all this funding would be somehow easily funneled to these various militias and unsavory types and people, and so the reason why is because the militias could kind of act on their own. They could act on their own. They could act as proxies for various states, and then at the same time, they can, there's deniability, there's plausible deniability. So, what was going to happen, according to this rumor, what I've heard from one an official source, one a quasi-unofficial source, was that, and it was a good, and the second one, like, was the first actual in time, and mapped it out as these militias were going to attack from all sides. What you saw happen outside of what happened with Gaza and all that, you're going to see that everywhere throughout Israel. So this means Hamas has to be ritually destroyed, tried, executed, the whole shebang. It has to happen. There's no way around it now. You have to. They understand. Like, no. In the Islamic culture, you have to absolutely crush the enemy, totally and completely at that point, and give them an opportunity to at least beg for mercy before you execute them. And so there's that, and so then there's this thing of all these militias were going to attack at once. Hamas jumped the gun. No, there's no explanation why Hamas jumped the gun, but that's what supposedly the story is that Hamas attacked too early. The other militias did not attack or they just jumped the gun, and so it spoiled the whole plan. And without all of these militias at once attacking Israel, they couldn't. One or two of them were never going to be able to do it on their own. So that's what. So everyone should get used to this idea. Hamas is going to be completely, horribly annihilated and humiliated. And note, the Arabic world is saying nothing. The UMMAH is saying nothing. that is everything that needs to be understood. Nobody in the world has their back. And it's because what this is it's the ending of an entire network of sort of jihadist intelligence people and things like this, and destabilizers, and yeah. So that's why none of the Muslim world's going to help the Palestinians. All right, later.